そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I, Arshan, bring together a bunch of friends from across the internet to play on a D&D live stream show. I did that for no reason. Hello, and welcome everyone. So, before we get into tonight, I do want to let you guys know, while we do not have a sponsor tonight, we always want to thank our patrons over on Patreon. So if you guys don't know, that the Patreon is pretty much, it gives out our little digital reward system, and then also on top of that, allows you guys to personally communicate with me and being able to have this this one-on-one interaction. And also, it's just a place where you guys can support the show and help the show grow. Stuff here costs money, to no one's surprise, as I use actual like dungeon tiles and miniatures and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, there is always a link down below, both on the YouTube channel and here on Twitch, and you'll be able to find yourself directed towards the Patreon, and there you can choose whatever tier that you want. and help support the show. It helps it grow. It helps me be able to do things, and I legitimately would not be able to do this without our patrons over on Patreon. So thank you, patrons over on Patreon, as always. Before I get into tonight, I do want to let everyone know it does concern D6 news. Two pieces. The first news, and I'll have everyone come around and talk about it, and then we'll talk about it towards the end. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Joe Cat, who had us on his latest video, which is the crap guide to Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master. We had so much. I know I had a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure everyone here also had a lot of fun. And it was seeing Joe's huge passion project finally come out is something that I want to say I'm very proud of him for doing so. So that being mostly important. The second piece of news I would like to let everyone know is that this is going to be the second to last game for the year. So this Sunday and next Sunday will be the last two games, and then we are going to be on break for 2 weeks for both Christmas and New Year's break, and then we'll be back on January 10th, where we will continue on with episode 65 from there on out. So that being said, I've kind of gotten all that out. So let's go ahead. Everyone, wake up. Wise from your graves, as always. Wise. And yes, you did hear banjo. Oh, hold on.
Puppy.
Because I didn't show Caitlin banjo before call, which is usually a tradition around
The
here.
loaf.
The loaf. Yes.
Yo.
You.
Your baby.
Thank you. Mwah. Big boy. Want to go lay back down? Want to go lay down? All right. So yes. One of the big things that I'm really glad, because I was really questioning it last week on whether or not it was going to be coming out this week, and I thought it was going to be out yesterday. And I thought it was going to be out yesterday, but unfortunately I think he ran into some issues with the editor, but managed to fix it today. Very glad it was able to release today. It was very funny. I am surprised about Matthew Mercer, of all things.
Yeah.
With the
Ooh,
pool,
demolishes pool noodles.
yeah, smacks pool noodles.
Of
Oh
all the
my
self-references.
god!
Mhm.
So please do go check it out. If there was anything to go watch it for, it is to see that moment, not even to witness what happens to us. But oh my god! I'm really glad for Joe. That was a really awesome bit. And I'm just gonna keep it in the back of my mind tonight. We'll be gone not next week, the week after next, and then the week after that, and then we'll be back on January 10th. And I'm looking forward to see where that goes. So tonight is going to be relatively, hopefully, a bit light. I also want to apologize to everyone in advance, including my players here, because I've already discussed this. I have a giant crick in my neck. I'm in a lot of pain. And the only thing that's keeping that at bay right now is ibuprofen and Tiger Balm. So I do want to apologize if I twitch and twinge tonight and things get a little weird and you start seeing my head move in a very weird direction. That's the reason. So I'm not having a seizure, I swear. So there's that. Okay, so nothing else pressing?
I think we're good.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of D6. So, where we had last left off. After defeating Zahir and reclaiming Lobandel and staying at the Emerald Enclave overnight, players return back to see the damage that had been left by the cult of Zahir. After witnessing everything to the extent of its damage, Leroy also completing his contract with the Raven Queen and returning back to the afterlife. The party spends about a week preparing for a small festival for what is the liberation of Lobondel. After a bit of traveling around all throughout Al-Anon, seeking druids to help fix the farmlands, hunting boars and various stags for the giant feast, getting a bunch of produce from personal businesses that Canis owns the land of, and also subsequently just trying to figure out the next part of their path. From there on, after the festival, River reclaiming her name as no longer River Baumjäger, but River Dustlake. Excuse me.
Yeah, who knows at this point?
Yeah, River Dustlake. I'm sorry, my upper lip. River
No,
Dustlake.
it's fine.
And then also subsequently, pretty much waiting and then finally seeing the birth of a red dragon wormling who, after taking the egg several episodes ago, and finally it hatching now, Canis claiming the young red dragon as his son, calling him by the name Benedictus. After spending some time being set on fire, it is now what will be the next day as you all awake to a bright new Lobondel. You see what are, as you look out to the windows, River, there are these several druids who are reworking the land, re-fertilizing and turning over the soil, hopefully, and then also what seemed like to be several individuals trying to hallow the grounds themselves. Subsequently, Benedictus, after spending what is a very tense night for the first night of this Red Dragon Wormling's existence, Helena, I'm relatively sure you were keeping a close eye on that.
If Canis lets me, of course, but I don't know if he would.
I don't
Docky-
think my permission would change what you're doing.
Docky,
You know what, that's fair.
Docky, which I am also fairly sure has been consuming all the bread within the house.
I imagine her like Nami on the bread like it's squirrel.
Yep.
I think by the point it reaches a exasperation moment for River, she will just punch her in the mouth to stop her from eating that much.
And then subsequently, Garu, I imagine that you are contemplating on home.
Wait, Garu's contemplating about going home.
Contemplating on home.
On home. On old home. Alright, where is he?
I don't know. Where am I?
You are within your own
Docky
personal quarters.
sense that?
within-
What is
She just,
You're
like pops up out of nowhere.
as for what it is, everyone does have their own room within the Lobondel estate or the Dustlake estate. So it of course there are some rooms that have been left behind because of what has been the result of several Yuan-Ti ritualistic endeavors.
Yeah, having someone Percy's place.
Yeah, so it's not exactly like too uncommon, but there have been cleaner rooms before.
There's
lower the music a little bit.
all over the place.
Much
what now?
appreciated.
What's up?
Oh, what now?
Back
King. Wait, what's up? I'm sorry, Pete Duncan?
Yeah. What are you guys doing? What do you want to do?
So Garu's like in his room, whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Alright, what's in the room?
What's
What the fuck?
Comparative to your room, it's not much different.
Well, there's a bunch of snakes and snakeskin all over the place, but there's snakeskin all over the place.
Are you just gonna smash all the pottery hoping to find money?
No, I was actually thinking
Well, I'm going to punch someone to get money.
fuck it. All right, she knocks on Garber's door.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I want to please eat bread. So,
You have bread?
yeah,
Oh, come on in.
yeah. She goes in the, she looks for the closet and goes in and start eating bread like a squirrel.
As as what is this giant, near 8 foot tall dragon man and this very short elf girl, as you both are just kind of like sitting around eating these massive loaves of bread.
You know, I have to admit, this is way better than what they had in the monastery. Oh.
This better than the bread I eat in the trash cans.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah,
But one way or another, this is definitely an improvement.
yeah.
So, how long have you been living in a trash can?
I would say about a month. I find all sorts of things in the trash can. I found bread. I found eggs, and I found like a plastic. And I found like a little sack made of lambskin with some slimy stuff coming out of the inside of it. I don't know what that was.
That
And
seems
don't
disgusting
forget
and
the
shitty.
hobo.
Yeah, but
So you wouldn't necessarily say you were born there, right?
Nah, I wasn't born there. Like, I only was, I guess, homeless, according to what Helena said, for like, after the tiefling used to protect abandoned me.
Oh. Could you elaborate on that by any chance? I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Oh, so after my clan abandoned me, I I remember going to town looking for a place to stay. Then I saw this tiefling ganged up on. So I decided to help her, and she gave me these guns.
Oh, wow.
She was, in retrospect, she was like possibly the only person that actually gave me respect. Actually, when I think about it, she didn't see me.
Funny of it.
I mean, all throughout my village, people kept calling me an idiot or useless or just lazy, I guess. But she saw something in me more than that. She saw like someone who actually cared about her job.
Yeah.
She actually gave me the respect that I deserved. Then all of a sudden, she was gone.
And that's when you left?
I mean, I had no other choice.
So you were kicked out without a reason.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I saved her from several other people several times. I was like, I guess her knight when I think about it. But yeah, she just left me. Now that I think about it, almost everyone in my life left me. My family, my friends, the tiefling, everyone just left me.
That's
She starts going to days spacing out.
Wow, that's quite unfortunate.
Garu, something to note.
Oh, yeah?
You do know that Daki is from the Ruby Enclave within Celsium.
Yeah? Yeah?
It's been discussed. I believe everyone does know.
Okay, yeah.
Something about Excelsium is that you guys know that there are very draconian and archaic laws which have prohibited tieflings from setting foot on their land, as they consider tieflings to be unholy, and therefore it is sacramental to have tieflings walk on that land.
Will draconian be offensive?
Slightly.
Well, to be
Slightly.
fair, it's basically the same thing, either there or back in Japanese. So, all right, back. Huh.
But yeah, in note to that, it does kind of give you an idea that probably this tiefling's disappearance could be potentially caused by that, or there is something else about this tiefling individual, probably due to their job or their existence there, was in part to that. But as far as everything else goes, story doesn't seem too out of place.
She could die continue spacing out. Days.
Saki,
I'm sorry, what?
if you had a chance to see those people again, would you take it? Even if you couldn't stay? Even if there was something better else for you elsewhere?
She starts darting her eyes left and right. Start blinking them rapidly. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they abandoned me. I mean, sure, I wasn't really the sharpest tool in the tools in like the banana shed, but I thought they were my family. I thought they were my friends. I honestly don't know what will I do if I see them again. I don't know if I would cry tears of happiness for seeing them, or I will grab this gun and just wipe them out for abandoning me.
Nah, that's understandable. Would you see them again to get some answers? To understand why?
I don't know if I want to. Gar, I got a question to ask.
Oh, yes, of course.
You guys won't abandon me, will you?
Of course not.
She smiles sincerely. Thanks, Gar. I appreciate it. She starts slapping her cheeks. Okay, enough being a Debbie Downer. Bread.
Bread! Oh, yes, bread! I forgot!
She continues eating bread like a squirrel.
And Gar's is gonna slowly eat his bread, but he's still gonna eat it, just thinking, pondering.
Okay. Alright. So.
Got to.
Yeah, you got exactly 2 of them.
Yeah.
No, cut to like if I see her again, I'm going to abandon her in a ditch. Broken knees, asking for forgiveness and bread. I'll kill her.
The one thing she's serious and you want to break her knees.
I don't want to break your
supplies.
Nico neck. I want to break your Nico knees.
River, you have literally no room to complain. You keep stealing Canis's cheese.
Oh, well, guess what? Canis' cheese doesn't come from a city that was, completely in ruins and in poverty.
Oof.
Yes, but perhaps now you'll consider eating less cheese now, won't you?
I can get my own cheese at this point.
I suppose so.
Again, not dying in poverty. It's the city is not dying.
As Calroon, who has become a bit of the council at this point, between you and the rest of the city. Not that we would have any potential cheese at this point in time.
No, we need to recover our calf and everything.
We have exactly 20 cows. Exactly, and the majority of them not healthy.
Yeah, no, I remember there was Very a special kind around these parts. Maybe they were already consumed by this things.
However, I wonder if wild goat milk would be good. He's kind of like beginning to like consider goat cheese as a viable potential option.
I will need to. I need to ask Canis to help on that. Maybe he knows how if we can. I don't know. What do you call it? Import, export? I think import. Import some
supplies,
calves and other farm animals.
I don't know. Canis, you awake?
Would you happen to own like a farmlands and such?
I think most of what he owned was businesses, right?
The land that is that you own is pretty much all the major businesses are people that pretty much like pay a price for produce and then sell it. Like pretty much, yeah. Like as far as like
own farmers,
butchers
he
go,
owns real estate.
Well, yeah, businesses that may. Okay.
Yeah, so
there
are
be able to get you in contact with someone that could get you livestock.
Yeah,
the conference.
There's probably another like a number of Teravans within the city of Aurario that you could definitely contact about wanting to get some potential livestock trade going through. It would take some time for it to get here because you can't really transport livestock via airship, and the trains are the next best thing. But yeah, it possible.
I don't want to steal Canis' airship yet, but we need to.
Yes.
It will be for train more than likely. Yeah, we'll have to put it on the list of things to invest on. It's slowly repairing.
The only thing in my memory of cows on a train right now is Kiki's delivery service. I am just saying that now. Oh, all right. So you're currently kind of going. You are currently dealing with the emotional turmoil of what to do with your current companions. What else do you guys want to do for today? I'm specifically talking to River, Canis, and Helena.
Well, we don't really have a area for Helena to research stuff, so
no, that's back at Aurario.
Yeah, unless
I can't be very useful here.
Unless we have yet to explore more areas in the mansion per se.
Could still be whatever the UNT had with them.
Yeah, not to mention, have we gone downstairs?
You have not. You have not gone downstairs. You have not entered the pyramid at all.
I've been attempting to avoid that place, but I think we have to confront it. When there might be something there we can use.
Perhaps.
So, you want to do some spelunking?
Sure.
All right. Garu and Daki, you guys are coming downstairs with handfuls of bread, listening in as your friends are kind of making a plan on to figuring out what is going on downstairs.
She continues gnawing the bread like a squirrel. Anybody want a little snack?
Yeah, sure.
He's gonna toss her some bread.
How much bread have you already eaten?
How many bread have you eaten in your lifetime?
I look out of the garden. How much do we have left?
I'll just take a loaf out of her hands. One more. Start eating it.
Die. I love you. Just know I love you. But equally, fuck you.
I've done nothing but eat bread for 3 days.
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
Bread makes you fat.
Maybe that's weird. The hobo said that if I... That's weird.
Stop listening to the hobo. It's a bad influence.
Okay.
Also, stop eating my bread.
It's the only influence she has.
He was a crazy old man who lived on the street. How good advice could he give?
The wisdom of an old man crazy on the street.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Nah.
He probably knows more than you do.
Like Uncle Joe. We cannot talk about Uncle Joe.
Arch of the eyebrow.
Oh.
And in unconventional ways. Like how to... Like that.
Oh, River slowly steps away from Helena. You can feel the heat.
So,
But I will say this, Ducky, I will not strangle you yet. We'll understand that I'm trying to make sure the food that is in the manor lasts not only for me but for people.
you desperately need it.
I am quite the I am in no position to be complaining about people taking food. Trust me. And she looks at Canis.
Well, Canis is also feeding the dragon.
Yeah, that one I get. Newborn, I get it. But we need some of the food that is in the manor is gonna go to the town too. Just I've been trying not to eat that much either.
Well, that's understandable. I'll certainly abstain from now on. And he's just gonna put all of it down.
The past couple of days I've been going to the kitchen to get some food. Been noticing there's less and less.
Okay, I'll calm down the bread. Besides, I heard that go see your thighs.
I don't see the problem.
Wait, what? Sees what?
Bread, go see your thighs.
Oh.
Makes you fat.
Fat.
I heard ghosts. I heard ghosts see your thighs. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it goes see your thighs.
No, ghosts. As in, like, spooky ghosts see your thighs.
Spooky.
I'm like...
Spooky, scary ghosts.
Yeah. Random ghosts see you in the nude all the time.
Regardless. Well, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go downstairs to where the cigarette is. We might find something of importance down there.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, more than welcome to join us.
Certainly.
So, you guys want to traverse down to the giant pyramid that rests deep below the estate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Did we leave corpses down there? I forgot.
The snakes probably got to them.
We kind of made our way out.
All right.
I'm sure some little rats or something ate them if we did leave anything down there.
Or the snakes.
Or the
Wait,
snakes.
you guys. Wait, this place has rats.
I don't know. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't.
I doubt it, considering it used to have a snake problem.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a very fair point.
So, as you guys traverse, you do find what is the main passageway below the basement of this main floor. As you go through, as you begin to traverse through what was the familiar tunnel system that you guys had gone through in order to reach this area, as you come back over, you see what is that giant hole as it is beaming out light down onto the top, as you see what is the still somewhat rotting carcass of the old god that had once existed here on the prime material plane before his body was turned to mortal. And then subsequently you do notice that there are definitely blood stains on the side of what are these giant flats along the pyramid from what is this the squared off top. So you're relatively sure that the bodies that had once resided up there at the top after you had kicked them all off are gone. They're probably around towards the bottom, but the entire circumference of this thing is massive. There is an entrance down towards the bottom, and there are what looks like to be several pocked holes, which were probably the physical holds that allowed Zahir to travel up towards the top of this thing. But yeah, as it's presented here in front of you, where do you want to go here?
So it's like a bunch of tunnels?
Well, no. Some of the sides of the pyramid are pocked, which basically there's just like this giant scoop of rocks and various pieces of limestone that have been broken apart as a means to be the physical hold of Zahir as he climbed up the top of this thing. That's what the sound was when you guys had destroyed the what was the giant magical device that was providing the illusion to Lobondel and pretty much the entirety of the world the way it perceived it.
Well, don't really see why we can't just go through the front.
Shouldn't be anyone guarding it anymore.
Guarded, although I might be wary about traps.
Well, that's what you're here for.
It's true. I'll take the front.
Alright.
And I will approach the front and I will keep an eye out for traps.
Okay, so...
Search for traps.
Alright, so... Marching order. Helena in the front.
River next.
River next.
Gar in the middle somewhere.
Gar in the middle. Alright. And Kinnis?
He'll take up the back.
Alright. I will have Daki behind Gar. Alright, so marching order. So, as you guys traverse all the way down, it does take you about a good long while because this is a large underground cavern. As you guys finally reach the bottom of what is this mangled place of cobblestone, which was just basically put here as a walkway to what is the other entrance to the other side, which probably leads off into the rest of the city, as well as the entrance from the main house. As you guys go up and you begin to see, there is the giant stone door of what is the symbol of Zahir, as it had once resided. It's closed, and it still remains violently closed. It's giant. Just from perspective, the entire door is about 50 feet wide, with it being somewhere close to about 60 to 70 feet high.
That'll probably be quite heavy. Does there look like there's any mechanism to open it?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that was a good roll. That was a natural 18. That's a 30.
30? So, as you begin to look around, the door does seem to have a mechanical drive, as you're beginning to notice, because along the floor, it does seem to have these giant grinding sweeps, as it seems like it would be opening up towards you guys. And up towards the top, you see with what looks like to be mechanical gears and various other little sigils that kind of charge it and make the door move in and of itself. You're not exactly sure what is the key to make this thing open, but it does open with some version of both mechanical or magical.
Daki, does it appear like those gears are magical at all? Or even this door?
Let's
Anything around
see.
us?
Let's see. Identify.
Actually, Canis, I think you have something to spot magic too as well, don't you? Either one of you two.
I can use identify. All right, so let's see. What's the thing that you want to detect?
Identify is
Identifies for.
Yeah, identify is for seeing
Operating
what a
magic.
magical item does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily for spotting magic.
Okay. In that case, I don't have any. I don't think. Wait a second. Let me double check and make sure.
Do you have detect magic?
Oh my gosh, she doesn't have detect magic. She doesn't. No.
Okay, Candace will cast that.
All right. Detect. Detect magic. Yes. Dispel. What the hell? All right. So, what am I supposed to say exactly about detect magic? Okay. You can sense magic in a way you can use your action visible or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any. Okay. So, from what you can tell, the door is magical. It
Can
is.
Tell the type of magic?
It seems to be some form of God. What I'm trying to remember. It's not conjuration.
Enchantment, abjuration.
Yes, enchantment. Sorry. It is considered an enchantment. It's pretty much this thing moves by a certain command. So it's a magical door. It's just not exactly sure how to make the damn thing open.
Oh, great. It's a voice command, isn't it?
Seems to be the case. We may simply just need a password.
Password.
Open
Nothing.
sesame.
Nothing.
Thanks.
Nothing.
Do you think Zahir would be pompous enough to make the password his own name?
I was
Zahir.
wondering that.
As you say, Zahir towards the door, nothing.
Darn. I was hoping that would
So
work.
here rules humans drool.
Nothing.
Did we find anything about this in their notes?
Make a history check. Considering that they're not physically on you, but rather still back at the house.
Ooh. I don't think I have any extra stuff for investigation. Yeah, no. It's an 18 flat.
18? Okay, 18 flat. As
18 flat.
You're trying to go through a lot of the paperwork and a lot of what have been the old research notes and everything that Athelius had pretty much written down as per its reality. There are many times where she had quoted a certain line, by blade, by blood, by poison, by my own.
Let's try that. By blood. Oh, well, fuck. Can you rush?
By blade,
I say the
by
thing.
blade, by blood, by poison, by my own. That's what it was.
Like the creed.
Yep.
And I assume River says that.
I did said the thing.
All right.
Wait.
I can't. My mouth is not working right now.
I don't
blah
blame
blah
you.
blah
So,
blah 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 blah.
as you, River, as you walk up towards the door, as you remember the words, you see what is the giant symbol that is engraved into these stone doors begin to brighten with this sickly green. As you see, as it spreads out towards the symbol, it fades, and the rest of the door, as you see what is this aura beginning to dissipate, and the doors beginning to slide open, just this giant. As you begin to see within what is this former chamber of Zahir. It is dark, and all you see is a single brightly lit fire as it is sitting towards all the way in the back. What would have been the original intent of Zahir was to drag you all down here, trap you in here, and then subsequently try and kill you here. If not making the absolute decision to getting Zahir out of this, you guys probably would have lost in this room in specific, as you feel the cold and almost the residual power of a god now since dead still looming here. You feel as if there are thousands of small eyes all across the walls. You feel the floor almost as if it gives slight way to the footsteps. As you begin to look around the entirety of the room, you can see what is these massive magical devices, as well as one that is near towards the fire, as what is this almost bed-like design, as it would have just hung and kept him in this somewhat comfortable position while he rested here. And as well as what looks like to be these two large chambers with several different magical scrawlings as they begin to run up each side. Inside the chamber, there seems to be more magical scrawlings, as well as what seems to be this giant magical sigil within the center. And all the major lines that continue to just crawl up the side of this giant room. This probably also would have been the place that, if you guys had failed, this is where River probably would have been stripped of her dragon mark.
Ugh.
Spooky. Canis, how long does that spell of yours last?
10 minutes.
See
I'll start just flying around the room. Anything else pop out to him?
Two things. The place where would have been considered the resting of Zahir, where his physicality would have stayed. There is a unbelievable amount of divine power that resides there, as that's where he had slept for so long.
His holy hammock.
Yeah.
Holy hammock.
The very leather itself is enchanted.
Wow, spared no expense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just due to him physically being in contact with this for as long as it has. It's something special about it. And you're not really sure what it does, but if you decide to take it, that's totally up to you. It's going to take a little while to get down, but it's presented.
I know it's very late to ask, but because we kind of ended the fight and a bit of a rush and cut right there, and we kind of went to do other stuff. Was there a Sahir corpse to loot from? I don't remember. Did we?
I thought we
No, I don't think so, no.
Doesn't come to
we
mind.
might not have.
No.
There was nothing that you guys were able to get a hold of because a majority of the inner cavern was beginning to fall apart. In order to avoid the danger of being crushed, you guys had left.
I don't know why I feel like I remember teeth being pulled, but maybe I'm thinking of a different monster.
Purple worm.
I think I'm thinking of a different monster.
Purple worm. That was the last time you guys pulled teeth.
Okay.
Well, Docky, that might actually be where you shine, if you could identify that.
Okay, you got it. All right, we're going to use identify.
All right. After spending a little bit of time with it, you begin to see that it is charged with divine magic. Should you decide to use it for a certain purpose, it does give you an advantage against poison, and it also should you create or design it in some way, like as a form of leather armor, it could be considered a +2 leather armor, and and pretty much there are other things that you can imbue it with, especially when it comes to godlike magic. Should you somehow find a fragment of primeval, it can be supercharged to do some other various shit.
If I'm identifying this correctly, this is charged with some divine energy. I'm not sure if I'm really good at this, but I think we could use this for like armor stuff.
Oh, there's no reason not to take it down then, I guess.
Yeah, this will be useful. All right, let me add that to my. Do I add to Diane's equipment, or Helena adds it to her equipment?
I do have the bag of holding, so if you want to save room, you certainly can give it to her.
So,
yeah, I'll give it to her.
So it would be considered Zahir's divine leather for now.
Okay.
Kinky.
Nice. Darn it now.
I swear to God.
I can't believe we're just picking up.
So
here's Gimp suit.
Second thing. Got it. So the second thing that you do notice is what seemingly is a large tome that is by the fire of this this very large brazier, if you will.
Brazier.
I'm sorry. My words. Brazier.
Brazier and brazier are very different things.
I'm relatively sure they are, as I'm pretty sure one is French for kiss.
Kiss, fall in love.
Kiss.
Alright. So there's just this giant tome.
Well,
I suppose that one too, then, Docky.
I'm sorry, repeat that again?
There's a book. Might be able to identify that one as well.
I don't know. Is it shiny with magic?
That's what Canis says.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to use let me check. I think I should have another identify.
You can use it as a ritual, and it doesn't cost you spell slots.
Just takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll use it. In that case, I'll use it as a ritual.
All right. As you prepare the ritual for identify, you spend about 10 minutes staring at the giant tome. It almost feels like something is crawling, slithering in the back of your mind as you begin to witness and as it stays closed. After 10 minutes, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
No.
All right. Well, she's going to fail it.
I was going to say, I don't think
The wisdom,
that she's bad at.
Nice.
Yep.
3.
Oh, no.
Docky.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, you are considered cursed. Your constitution is at a 1. And you are considered vulnerable to all poison.
Okay, so here's the thing. She's cursed, yes, but did she get the identify off?
This is Zahir's own personal code of religion.
So you
This is his book.
What?
This is the thing that he has defined his entire religion off of. This is how he creates his laws, the things that make what his religion is.
The 10 Commandments of being snake.
Yeah. So shit.
So
it is the Bible of Zahir.
Oh,
Zahir's
fuck.
big villain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really feeling well.
You see what
You okay
is
there?
basically a very gaunt Daki,
Ooh.
and you almost see as if she's turned a very greenish tint.
I'm not feeling too well, guys. You guys can have the book. I think I'm just gonna. She just spaces out.
Canis, you have that remove curse thing, don't you?
I do.
That might have been what just happened.
I don't know, would he be able to tell if it's a curse or a disease or...
Considering that you guys were playing with this book, and this was probably the last line of what is don't take this or don't read this without my permission kind of deal, it's probably a curse.
Yeah. Remove curse.
All right. So as you cast remove curse, as you hold your holy symbol and the light beginning to envelop around Daki, you see the color
We'll just
return.
flick her in the forehead and it's fine.
Yeah, you see the color return back to her relatively dark skin, and you see that what was once almost pulling on her bones, returning back to a very healthy, plush complexion and form.
Huh. I feel better now.
So what exactly was that?
I don't know. I think the book may have been cursed.
Well, clearly.
So
I just.
burning it.
I mean, I don't want to touch it again. So you guys can do whatever you want with the book.
I suggest that we burn it.
There might be good information in there.
Can I shoot it? Can I shoot it at least?
Selena going, maybe we can read it, guys.
Maybe we can touch the book and no repercussions.
I, for one, am in favor of the book burning, and it's not because I can't use them at all.
But what is it, though? Like, if he has information for Zahir enough to be protected with a curse, we must have something important in there.
See, that's River gets it.
Okay, but we should probably get rid of the curse, though, because Daki only looked at it and she almost died.
Well, she casted a spell on it.
And I still
true.
almost died.
Exactly.
You were fine.
I was green for a little bit.
What's
don't-
green?
Oh,
Color.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. I don't know what it looked like.
I'm sorry, Garu.
It's okay. It happens. All I know is black.
All around me. Anyway.
Familiar face. So, what are you guys doing? What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know if there is. Does remove curse work on items too, or is that just on people?
Potentially, it does work on I believe some forms of items. Oh, I could be wrong. I could be violently wrong. That's why we have the player's handbook.
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is cursed magic, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
There you go.
So there's no real way to do that without
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I suppose there's nothing for it. Probably would be safest to just burn it then. If you can't
Unless
safely
you-
get rid of it.
Unless you wish to risk reading it and have that happen to you.
How many times can you remove curse?
It is a 3rd level spell slot, so I have
It's a new day. You're fresh.
I have 7 more times I can do that.
There you
Sorry,
go.
8.
Okay.
If I use every spell slot on it.
Shit, so it depends on who wants to risk it. That's up to them.
You see Helena's the gears in Helena's head turning.
You're better than us at looking
Just
up this stuff.
stone-faced looking at her. Are you sure about that?
Well, she bats her eyes at him. You are here.
Not even a reaction out of that.
Just hook Kanos into her veins, she'll be fine.
She gets just a little bit closer in the eye
300
batting.
cc's of pure Bahamut religion.
And you would protect me, I know that much. Oh, alright.
That's just you can do it. Besides, what if there's information regarding, something bigger coming? Maybe the Lumerian? He had his fingers everywhere.
He did.
Snake
Theoretically, they worked with each other. Possibly. Maybe. Considering that he did at least use one of his followers at one time.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I believe you do it.
I'll risk it.
All right.
No more than 10 minutes.
as you approach the book, staring at it, as you grab hold of it and you begin to open the book for the first time, on the first page, all the...
Just out of mild curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
I do have a prestidigitation. Would I be able to use that little bit of magic to, like, flutter it open without touching it?
If you use magic on this book,
Oh boy.
I'm going to have you make a wisdom roll. If you try and touch this book, I'm going to have you make a wisdom roll.
That's fair. Okay, I was
So-
just...
Anything that you guys do to this book, you get a feeling it's going to be a wisdom roll.
Oh, the strain is going to be fun.
cool.
I-
Making the best chance at it. Canis, who's not going to.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I realize it's still gonna make me do a wisdom roll, but she's gonna flutter it open with magic. Just
Alright.
with prestidigitation.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's good. She's not good at this, by the way.
Yeah, you're fine.
Unless I roll an 18, so...
There you
it's-
go.
That's a 19.
That's a 19.
I love
As-
this dice. This dice is the best. I keep getting
As
18s
you
on it.
begin
That is
to...
me.
As you begin to inspect and try and get in towards the book and you begin to pull it open, you feel a flash of sickly green energy as it hits towards the back of your mind as it crawls in, almost as if like a snake biting the back of your neck. It burns and sears. As you guys begin to see with what is a once very lush and very healthy looking Helena, now a sickly Helena with a one constitution and
Wow, even a 19. Holy cow.
yeah, and a vulnerability to poison. Yeah.
Well, do I get any information out of it at least?
You can continue to try and attempt to read it now that it's open and you are forcing yourself through it. However, after a certain point, I'm going to have you make another check.
Well,
So
I said that she's going to do it for 10 minutes, which is as long as Daki was touching it for Identify.
okay.
So she's not going to go past that.
If it's his
So-
book and 19 didn't do it, I'm going to assume that this is going to be 21, like his spell slots.
Probably.
So
Yeah.
Most
as
likely.
you begin to try and read through the book, in the first half of the book, as you begin to try and go through it, as you feel as if your body is getting heavier and slower, you feel the bile building up through your esophagus. You manage to get through some amount of the pages in the first half of what is the definition of Zahir and the way that his beliefs are. Strong, only the strong shall live, survival of the fittest. It is full of the most terrifying notions. Abandon those who are weak. Give up on certain worldly possessions and idolize these things that you should have, like power, the things that don't matter, money, the things that do matter, Zahir, the things that
don't care.
matter.
Don't care. Flipping through. I want. And I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this as a Helena's mentality.
Yeah,
she wants anything on possibly any other gods.
Mm. Like plans and
you do end up on a page. Make a religion check as it is trying to remember as your mind is currently on fire.
Religion. That was where the heck is my religion? 18.
At a certain point, you are no longer reading the religious ideals of Zahir, but you are beginning to hear his unfettered thoughts as he resides here on the prime material plane. There are 3 gods that have been banished from the 9 hells, as well as the abyss, as a means of punishment from Asmodeus, as they had tried to usurp his power. Upon his return, he had defeated them and sent them to the prime material plane as a form of ironic justice. Those 3 were Lulth, Zahir, and Torog. As far as you do know, you guys had just killed Zahir. Lulth was killed about 100 years ago, while she had tried to take over the cathedral ward well within Hollingrad. However, the stories of Torog have never been long or far. They've kind of begin to become nothing more than whispers on the wind.
Oh, and I'll stop there. All right, no more.
There is one other page
okay.
that it does catch your attention, but it's not complete until you turn it over. So this will be whether or not you want to risk it or not. There is a defining force, as there is history of what are the 2 books that retain the information of both good and evil and have a great source of power as a means to define its champions. Zahir knows the locations of both these books, and that's where the sentence ends.
So I would have to turn the page and risk it to find out where.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we squad got another
question though. Does the negative wisdom effects take hold when you have to touch the book to turn, actually physically touching the book to turn the page?
So
if you do anything to it, even magic.
Yeah. Interact with it with any way.
Yeah, interacting with the book is potentially sending you into a constitution of 1 and gives you pretty much vulnerability to poison.
Wait a
as
second.
per the curse.
So if someone else were to physically touch the book, turn the page, and someone could still look, someone else could still look at it?
Unfortunately, anybody that leaves this book, it slams back shut. That's what happened with Daki. As she tried to identify it and open it, she basically faced the curse, and then she backed away, and it slammed back shut. This thing is a risk to read.
Let's get Helena in trouble.
Candace is gonna hit her with a remove curse before she starts doing anything like that.
I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. As you cast remove curse, as she is currently going through the book, she does return back to her original health, and as she turns over the page, Lena, I need you to make a charisma saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, those are not good.
Charisma one. I have a 0 on this.
With this,
Unless it's a natural 20, this dice is amazing. I'll even take a picture of that if you need me to.
So grand total is 20. As I'm sure.
It's a natural 20.
So natural 20.
Oh yeah.
So as you turn over the page.
No, she has no charisma.
As you turn over the page, you begin to read as you feel something almost as if it's crawling up through your arms, trying to reach back. You feel as if there is something under your skin, and anyone that is looking at you, there seemingly is almost something like it's crawling under your skin. As you begin to read into more of the last few pages here, the tomes of good and evil, as they reside within the hands of a being that still rests below the fiery pits within the city of Brass, as he claims them as nothing more than prizes to flaunt over in power. This being, which is a fire giant, is known as Galan. And that's where the sentence ends.
Alright, I'm gonna stop touching it now.
Alright, as you pull away, almost as if the things that were crawling up your arms also fade away, and the book slams shut and falls closed.
Oh. Alright, no more of that.
Did you learn anything from it?
She'll just repeat what you basically just gave me.
Alright.
Could I make a history or religion check to know what I might be talking about?
Didn't we hear about a fire giant at one point?
We know. From Fire Giants, it was the magical item we were thinking of getting.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing of a specific giant.
Mm-hmm.
You are not very aware of a creature known as Galan, even in history.
How about either of those books?
The Book of Vile Darkness and the Book of Exalted Deeds are two legendary books that have existed all throughout history merely as either legend or whispers. These books are pretty much defined by, every bit of history of either gods of order or gods of darkness and chaos. They're often used by those of certain alignments, either being evil or good, and they hold a great deal of power as well as information on almost anything within the multiverse that is by its definition of its alignment. So you would know a lot about all evil should you be able to study the Book of Vile Darkness, but you yourself have to be a very cruel creature in order to understand its writings. The same could be said in vice versa.
The inverse for Exalted Deeds.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yara, was that the book that Helena's master wanted to find?
By its definition, possibly.
Siren might have wanted to find that book.
Which of those books?
Well, the one of Vile Darkness sure does ring a bell.
That sounds, not that friendly.
No, doesn't. That's the one that he wanted. At least, I think it is. Sounds like it, anyway.
For what reason?
From what I understand, I believe he wanted to understand what we were up against. And I believe possibly reverse it. Right? That's what he wanted?
That's what his intention was. As far as you were able to tell from that interaction, even through the insight check.
Mm-hmm.
That information will most likely be in the book. Whether or not he should be looking for it is another question.
I will admit, I don't like him looking for that book either.
Something you seem to have taken from him. More curious than smart.
Given how these books are mainly legends, you're not exactly sure if the rumors are true, and that goes for literally anybody that know of these two books. You're not exactly sure. Yeah, you're not exactly sure if the Book of Exalted Deeds or Vile Darkness are pure good or pure evil. All you just know is that they exist, and they exist as what has been the thousands of years of stories of both heroes and villains.
Now, to be fair, when you have the word vile darkness,
it doesn't sound friendly.
It can be considered that
awfully evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like don't ever get me wrong, but like as far as this world comprehends it, these are mere legends.
Of course.
And they're both residing on the plane of fire.
Goody.
What did he want this for?
It was more or less looking into the portals. That was his job as well, before he had disappeared for a little while, and I had to go looking for him.
If there would be any information on reversing something like this, it would most likely not be in the Book of Vile Darkness. That would be more starting it, less fixing your own mistake.
I feel chills on my spine whenever I hear that name. Sorry, continue.
What, the Book of Vile Darkness?
Yeah.
It's not exactly something we should be talking about. I'm uncomfortable with it being in the same room as its twin.
It's possible. If it's old and ancient, and it has texts on such things, perhaps it even has information to reverse it, though.
Guys, are you sure we're supposed to be messing with this stuff?
Probably not.
Unclear.
Well, it was at least my job to take care of those things.
On the contrary, I may be the most qualified of dealing with the exalted deeds.
It's true.
If I can fuck over more the snake people, I will do it.
I don't believe there's any... there are much of them left to fuck over.
I disagree.
Well, it's true, though. Think about it. We did find the notes on the Illithids supposedly taking over their home. It's very possible that there's not many of them left.
And from what we know of the history of the Drow, they may find another god. A better one.
Oh no! There already is. You guys are actually aware of it.
Well, no, I'm saying about the Yuan.
I was talking about the Drows. Oh,
No.
never mind.
That's what kind of references.
Yeah, I was using
There are boys in the sky.
Yuan.
Yep. Not exactly sure where the Yuan are going to go, but 50 years can change a lot of things.
It's true.
Wait.
So, as you guys pretty much call it here within the chamber.
Yes, would you like to burn the book now?
Very much so, yes.
So, how do we go about destroying something like this and just looks at the book that goes, whoa?
Yeah, basically.
No, I already have it. Never mind. We already took it down. Never mind. Yep. Don't we have TNT?
I don't think it works against magical stuff like this.
Well, it depends on how much you use, I think.
I mean, 5 barrels, I don't think...
Well, you didn't get a chance to use it before.
I cannot wait to see what you guys do.
What about dispel magic? Would that work?
Against something like this?
Unlikely.
No, I think
What
we
if
will
we
need
get
to
a
use
priest?
extreme divine force to destroy another extreme divine force.
Is there lava around here? Is there a pool of lava? We're underground, right?
Make a perception check.
There's lava underneath my tongue. I will be concerned.
What? It's an evil lair. There could be lava down here.
Of course, an evil layer.
Maybe vats of acid, I'm sure.
That's how it
Layer,
works.
there's got to be lava or vats of acid or sharks.
Yep.
On the other.
Or sharks with
Evil
fucking
sharks.
laser beams.
Tell you my evil plan now, Mr. Bond.
Mr.
God.
Mr. Bond.
All right, so what do you guys want to do with the book? What is your intention? What's your plan?
Well, I already said, I think the only way to destroy the evil, like strong divine magic is with more divine magic. Or an opposite force, in this case, Canis. Wouldn't you happen to have anything like divine magic strong to destroy this? I no longer have access to mine, so...
Perhaps. I don't have Flame Strike memorized.
We can take care of that later.
I was gonna say, if not, then we can probably rest on it, destroy it later. Would it be possible to like just wrap it up into something and not touch it, and just kind of bring it along until we can take care of it?
Or just keep it sealed in here.
I guess.
I could put it in my bag of holding.
Would you want to touch it again?
If we can put it in a safe place like that, away from prying hands, I don't mind it.
I mean, so long as we get it into the bag without touching it, hopefully that would work.
I mean, if it's on a table, just incline the table and I open the bag of holding on the other end and just let it slide it in.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. So, River, as you grab the bag of holding and you give it as big of an opening as you possibly can, as
help her tilt it in.
Yeah, as Helena and Canis, as you guys push up the pedestal and push it a bit forward in order to get it to slide down, as you see it is beginning to, and as easily as you can,
Colby.
River, make a dexterity check, just because you're trying to eyeball this weird oblong shape into, a bag of eternal darkness.
Sure.
Into an
Oh, you have to put it
astral
like that.
plane.
Hiya. Hey. Okay, tonight is cursed or blessed. I'm not sure which. Dex save or dex check?
It's just a check.
Okay, so that's going to be 23.
Okay. So as you begin to see the book as it begins to slide, you're all like, okay, here it is. As it comes down and over, it doesn't hit you in the face.
Sorry, no, 22.
It doesn't hit you in the face. Definitely doesn't hit you in the face. As it
Okay.
slides into the bag and you flip it closed, it is now within your bag of holding next to all of your things.
Oh yeah, my barrels.
Ah, yes, your barrels.
That's the only
Fine.
thing in the bag of holding.
There'll be cursed explosions later.
Oh, nice. Just let them marinate in that.
Yeah,
It'll be
next to
cursed holy
all of
fire.
your
Like
things.
in Divinity. It's fine.
There we go.
It'll just be tentacles everywhere when it explodes.
Avard's black tentacles as they explode. When did this happen? Oh, the black tentacles, whenever they touch a thing, they also explode. Huh.
Everything explodes. God, that TNT is fucked.
Bards nitroglyceric tentacles.
Yeah. All right.
That thing's
So
gonna be a straight up nuke.
All right, you close the bag. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
nothing's happened to you yet.
Everything is fine. What do you mean yet?
What is that?
Yet. Definitely. Yeah, as in, like, you haven't made an attempt to try and fuck with it, so...
Well, I know. The moment they have to pull it, it's going to be very bad. So
oh, yeah, it's... You're gonna have a bad
well,
time.
I need to touch it to get it out, or...
I mean, if you fail your wisdom check, that's really your problem.
That's probably fine. We'll have a curse curing machine here.
All right. What'd you say, Ben?
No, just a river saying curse curing machine.
We appreciate you, dear.
What? You've already started to get rid of curses. It's a compliment.
I'm not sure the machine part is, though.
That might just come from the middle. She says that she just knocks on his armor.
I have a problem with Maki brother. No.
All right, so you guys, after claiming all what has resided down here, you now return back up, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh. So long as there's nothing else in there.
Yep. So yeah, there's nothing of particular interest or value down here. Every time you probably come back, there might be something else to look at, but as far as things go, a giant cursed book and Zahir's old bed was pretty much all that you guys could immediately find here.
And the cigarette area with the corpse, with the leftovers of our enemies, that's covered in stone.
Yeah, the what possibly could have been the bodies, aside from the what was left over Medusa, who was still at the top, is probably still dead.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to make something out of freaking Zahir, but no.
Oh no, that is a that is a steaming, rotting carcass right now.
He didn't get time to carve.
I'm not going to lie. I'm sure whatever we could theoretically make out of him would be spectacular, but I don't know if I want his remains on me.
I know, but it's just a trophy, you know?
We have his book, and that tried to kill us.
And you have your home back.
Yeah, I guess.
If there was ever a trophy.
I think about it this way. The ziggurat can be your trophy. It's a massive trophy.
That looks...
It's yours now.
Need to know what...
To live underneath your house, I suppose you can dance on his grave every morning.
Hey, I'm not wrong on that one.
It could be like a little patio.
Giant
Get the children
Giant
come
hole
and
fit
dance.
over the side every day.
Yeah. So, now that you guys return back up to the house, what do you guys intend to do for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna hang out with baby Durgan.
Jargon.
Baby Dwagon.
I'll just keep an eye out and make sure the baby Durgan doesn't do anything.
And I'll do my rounds of going outside, get some food to the people, and see what I can help with.
Okay.
Get my face out there.
Girl will just like help out however he can in whatever little way.
Okay. And what does Doc want to do?
I guess she'll copy Gara.
Okay. So, Garo and Daki, as you guys spend a great deal of time helping out around the town, kind of helping out individuals looking for means of repairing households, figuring out ways to prepare them for what will be the next harsher season, which will be during the major summertime for this world. And subsequently, you also help around town, trying to help them with anything that you guys can harvest within the forests. So Garu and Daki, whoever wants to make a survival check, you can also do it with advantage, as you are helping them, kind of just doing some general gathering to help with the town food.
All right.
Survival is wisdom, right?
Survival.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Yeah, I think I'll be doing that.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it.
That is going to be a 15. overall.
All right.
Hey,
So,
Stamesies.
Hey.
So as you are helping out somewhat would be a local gathering party as you do assist, you help with the smelling and the feel around the forest. You manage to hunt what is a couple of extra stags, as they do exist here, and collecting what are certain wild blueberries and various other well and tasty mushrooms. And just kind of getting everyone, kind of just together. And also with the assistance of Daki without too much trouble, even with low wisdom, you managed to help out the entirety of the gathering party. All right.
We're helping.
Yeah.
Hooray!
As per Durgan, and I'll get to you, Bracky, in a moment. As per Durgan, you do spend more time with Benedictus as well as Madame Elise, who has been kind of acting as this general nurse of sorts, kind of keeping an eye on what is the equivalent of what was once she was a young creature like this, but not by its natural temperament and design, as it spends a majority of its day sleeping and eating, and asking various questions like what's out in the world, what is dangerous, what is good, what are things that interest you, and what are things that you have to do to survive.
Not even 2 days and already an existential crisis.
Oh boy.
Young wormling dragons are pretty fucking they are, some of them are considered already pretty old when they are born, considering the fact that their entire existence is nothing but a culmination of knowledge and, well, survival. This one is almost driven by its nature right now, trying to figure out how to remain safe so that way it can survive to the next day.
It hasn't figured out it's on the top of the food chain yet.
Yep.
But it's gonna.
Chatty little thing, isn't he?
Weren't you when you were young?
Elena smiles. That was perfectly well behaved.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
I was left to my own devices.
Fucking hell.
Oh!
You left yourself wide open for that.
I really did.
That was cold.
Oh my god! I just witnessed a murder without damage being rolled.
Yep.
I don't know why you're complaining. I haven't done anything wrong. What do you mean, what happened?
To the well-behaved part.
Again, haven't done anything to you, have I?
Did you forget that we met by you knocking me unconscious and tying me to a bed?
Yes, and it was a wonderful view, and I didn't really hurt you, did I?
Nothing but my pride.
Oh, you're fine. You thought about what you're going to do if that thing ever asked about what happened.
When the time is right.
Seems alarmingly smart for a little one.
He does. He might be able to piece it together. Best I can be is honest with him. Any advice?
Well, I don't know. My parents really weren't there. I'm no parent myself. She'll plop down next to him. I guess
Alright.
at the end of the day, what I would have wanted, I guess just be there.
I intend to be.
I know you do. She pats his arm. I can tell you'll be a good one. I do worry, though, you know. Not sure how well this will go.
Neither do I. But I've been trying to run myself on hope for the last few months, years even. It's been doing all right for me so far.
Gives him a long look. You know, never really gone around to asking. Never quite sure how you'd react, but ever since your mother, how have you been?
Hanging on. I just need something to focus on. And right now, that Lemarian that we're after, he's what I need to focus on.
We'll get him.
Is it selfish to think that I don't care about saving the world to stop him? I just want him dead because he killed my mom.
Perhaps a touch, but considering what happened, I don't think it's really wrong to want to think that way. Because heck, I know if he had done the same to any of you, I think I'd think much the same way. Avenging loved ones I don't think is wrong in the slightest.
That's reassuring to hear.
We'll get him.
I know.
Pats his shoulder. Well, I won't hurt him, you know. I'll protect him for you. Or at least help it anyway.
Oh, that's good to hear.
As
You're normally not the paranoid one. That's River that I have to count on for that.
I'll admit I was considerably more worried when it was just an egg, but after seeing the one white dragon and the fact that he didn't kill us, well, I have at least a little bit more hope about it.
as it comes to your guys' attention as what is Benedictus crawling over away from Madame Elise as he begins to look at both of you. Close.
Cancel, just pat him on the head. Yes.
Helena's just bobbing her eyebrows just towards the side.
As Benedictus looks into your eyes, you can see those bright, almost sun-like irises. As time goes on when it comes to red dragons, they lose the very prominent look of what are those slitted eyes. They are just basically glowing molten like forms As you've seen, of course, with the white dragon, is he doesn't have eyes. They are just these giant blue glowing orbs within his skull. But there is a level of almost peace that comes from looking at Benedictus' eyes. He looks back towards you, Canis, and he says, "Close like mother and father."
Have an awkward glance at Helena.
Helena's blank because she can't understand it.
Yep.
Yeah, it speaks Draconic.
Oops, sorry.
Not quite.
As it acknowledges its reality and it returns back to the room as it begins to continue to explore and kind of look out towards the skies throughout the windows, and Madame Elise taking care of it. Much like a nanny. That's the word I was looking for. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Nanny Elise.
Nanny Elise. Nani?
What did it say? What did it say?
Yeah, no,
Nothing
I'm
for you
just
to worry
like,
about.
what is the word? You, that's how you guys know I'm on a good amount of ibuprofen. All right, so
You're fine. What did it say, Candace?
Nothing to worry about.
Okay, you can change. You can change over now.
So, as the rest of the day goes on, watching over this small red dragon wormling child, River, once again within the audience of Calroon, as he is now kind of going over what are several letters throughout the entirety of the town, as a means to kind of figure out who needs what help first, as you are both kind of traversing. There are multiple places at once, and it seems like going towards the local tavern here has become a bit of the main stop. As you guys begin to spend a little bit of time talking to the townspeople, getting as much information as possible. There's nothing really much else that you can personally do aside from having your friends help out with the hunting party, having the druids fix the farmlands. You are just out in the city, just lifting heavy things and moving them along, trying to give some other people hope, and as well as just having this back and forth of figuring out what to do next with Lobondel. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. It's going to be a bit of a slow build, but it's getting there. It's starting. You have a much more stronger point to start with here than you did a couple days ago.
Well, just to keep that in.
Mistress, if you would allow me to make a suggestion.
You know, at this point in time, given my lack of knowledge on the subject, I would much appreciate it.
I think you're going to need some time. Not just only away from here, but probably to fix any other looming problems. As I can definitely tell there are existing problems.
No. I'm not rushing people to fix things. I was just offering help, just in case.
No, to which I fully understand. However, it is probably for the best. Not everything can be immediately fixed within the next several days. Not even within the next several weeks.
Of
But
course.
it would probably be for the best to be able to take care of anything that does pop up when it does. And when it does, I will let you know. But a massive world, and there are still various things that I feel like you have left unfinished.
Yeah, we actually need to work on something for the next couple of years.
Alright.
I also need to go get my parents, or well,
Well,
Callie and her husband. Yeah, sorry. There's despite of it's.
I'm not too surprised.
Yeah,
After I couldn't even find them, I've always assumed something, but not like this. I thought that they had died in the fire as well, but that's the good news. But go see the world. We have time. Supplies will probably be here within the next few weeks. Probably in about a month or two. But even once we have it, then it'll be up to you to figure out how you wish to distribute that within Lobando. But after that, we'll sort it out.
very well. I'll communicate it to my companions to see if we need to leave town in the next couple of weeks. Or in the next couple of days, actually. Some unfinished businesses.
Alright. Well then.
I'll try to provide you with a way to contact me as fast as possible.
That would be most helpful, yes. As you manage to traverse through the town once more, and kind of just helping out individuals as they are, as they provide some minute levels of need, even kind of having to mitigate certain rules and laws, figuring out how that's going to be done around here. After a certain point, you manage to figure out everything that needed to be done today. As you and Calroon return back to the estate, with the rest of your friends, as they are all kind of finishing with the day's meandering, and also the potentiality of a God's Bible resting within your bag of holding.
It's fine.
I'm going to do some Bible burning.
We're gonna fly over the ocean and drop it in.
Honestly,
Curses out
Boys.
might not
It's
actually
the
be the worst
merman's
idea.
problem now.
Have you ever read JoJo Part 5?
Oh no.
Oh
No! There were
That
two
was
books.
Stone Ocean, right?
no, that was.
There was ever
Glowworm.
fucking time. There was ever a fucking time where when I hear something like that, I'm like, man, that would make a lot of sense to bring in Ukatoa. Ukatoa.
Toa.
Yeah, we dropped Zahir's book into the ocean. Ukatoa now exists.
We are destroying this thing. We need to go as far away as we can from the town in an open field area and just destroy it.
Bomb the shit out of it.
Yeah?
Just find a deserted island while we're over the sea. Bomb it there.
Just drop a nuke.
An
You wake up
archipelago.
Godzilla. Oh no!
An archipelago south of Wallenstein. There's just a
Look,
bunch of small.
I just want to make sure the beach is clean and away from this, so we can have some people coming in for vacations.
And the
Already
ground
thinking
is
for the future.
hallowed. Oh God! All right, so as the night goes on, you and your friends all begin to fall into a rest. In this state, you all begin to think about what you intend to do in the near future. Thinking about home, thinking about your friends, thinking about how your lives have accumulated to this point. Somewhere in the night, Somewhere in the night, as you all begin to fall into your rests, River, you begin to walk through the darkness of your dream. As for the first time, it doesn't feel like it is a danger or a threat or a worry. And you see what looks like to be a familiar door.
Open, close, what kind of door?
It's the door to a very particular deity, one that you visited.
Oh, what did I do? I'll start opening it. Actually, no, knock on the door.
Alright. As you knock, you see with what is that unlit lamp overhead as it shines, as it is now allowing this invitation.
Going in.
As you begin to step through the very bright smells of freshly brewed coffees and a slight smell of ground. This once entity that you had seen not even a few nights ago, as she sits across in her much more calm state. No mask. Hair coarse. Simply sipping away as you see those very dark purple and greenish eyes as they begin to kind of look at you, not curiously, but in hopes of this conversation.
Good evening.
I hope you had some time to grieve.
Yeah. How are they doing?
They're doing quite well. Now, as they travel within the fields of Elysium, their souls are at rest, as per my promise.
That's good to hear.
In light of that, there is something I wish to discuss with you that has grown more and more important, and as the days are growing shorter towards what would be considered near the end, I see that the strings of fate now begin to pull towards you once again.
Yeah, we have yet to deal with the Lumerian situation. Or is there something else?
The existence of Roya disturbs me. As you are aware, I am a deity of death. His existence, as long as it has been, is the very finite thing that I find to be disturbing, unnatural.
We have been thinking about that. We haven't found exactly a way to defeat him. Apparently, every time we look for it, it's like our best option is to seal him away. We have yet to learn how, though.
The existence of the Ragnarok project, as I have come to understand it, existed before I claimed the title, the deity that provides peaceful death now. In its regard, I intend to see that Roya is accumulated enough power in order for him to ascend to godhood once more. As a well-placed chess piece,
Wait. What?
as you are aware, the Ragnarok project absorbs the power of a god. There are rules in this universe, and there are ways to seal such creatures, or, in a certain other creature's experience, no longer remain corporeal, and are nothing more than adrift upon the astral. That amount of power, that amount of energy, it is potential to finally put at rest a contract of the gods that have long since preceded my existence. I myself intend to finally reap the last soul of the Lumerians.
So you're able to take him away?
As of right now, no. You must
I
be
assume you
weakened.
need us?
That is the intention. You wear my fragment. So I have only one request of you should you entice yourself to this fate.
Which would be?
Should the day come, should I send you out to seek what it is I want you to find, and when you find it, will you accept the responsibility of being my champion?
What would that imply?
As she simply sips away, puts
No,
it back down.
River is not pretending. She got nervous after hearing that.
She can tell. I would be able to provide you with a blessing. A blessing unlike any other, as any god ever does with their champion. And after which, should you decide to retire life, I can grant you any wish to where you want your soul to be sent, instead of just being lost into the endless sea of Elysium.
Doesn't sound so bad. Whether that be the case or not, I want to take him down. He has brought a lot of pain and suffering to people, my people, our people, to my friends, to people I cared for. If you can provide us the strength that we need to fight it and take him down once and for all.
I'm so
Don't
sorry.
bark at me.
Oh.
And you can give me the chance to choose to go, to my family when I'm gone. I would do it. I will do it. To be honest, we started in a bit of a left foot.
I've always
We'll try to avoid you.
I've always acknowledged that.
Yeah.
There's
Sorry.
never anything harsh or anything impersonal. I always knew that in some way you would somehow either resent me for what I had allowed for your brother, or how you would see the way I see this world.
Yeah. But if not for that, my brother made his decision. If not for that, he would not have been here. I would not have seen him again. We would not have been able to take Zahir down. You do what it needs to be done. And if you can help us to take the Lumerian down, I'm more than willing to do the same. To trust you.
And I trust you.
Although I'm not great at praying. So, there's that.
As she looks at you, she seems warm for what is this cold visage of the goddess of death. She looks out, and almost like a breath, you can see the hundreds of souls that almost envelop and protect the world the way it was to where it is. You wear the armor of the first creature I had ever loved, and after he was gone, off into the sea of the many souls that have passed, I also grieved. And he promised, as long as it had ever existed, any of those who wished to protect this world, or even protect its natural order, would do so. And therefore, I will always choose whoever decides to wear such a memory as the person that I would love in that time. You are loved by death. as you face it. I do love you very much.
I mean, you realize how creepy that sounds, don't you? Loved by that. Sorry, I get nervous. I can only promise that I will try to live up to their memory. Just stuck with me.
As she begins to lean back, you feel as your entire being is lifted, almost like wings on your back, as they begin to kind of pull you afloat. As you do, your body returns back as daylight begins to strike across your face, and you are awoken, your body lighter than ever.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, am I dead? I prickle my finger.
Yep, it hurts.
Oh, thank God. Just look at myself. Everything is fine. Everything is there.
Yep, everything is everything.
No new marks.
No new marks.
God, why was it every time?
Seems like the gods are not done with you yet.
Oh,
Alright. I
dude.
keep kicking my cane, and I am getting tired.
Stop kicking the cane.
I'm trying not to. Alright. So, the new day, as you all begin to prepare for what may be this new day of travel, as you guys begin to assort yourselves in the proper way. So, as of this moment, Canis, as Madame Elise enters and begins to have a much more different conversation than you would have initially thought. In your absence, I will be taking care of Benedictus as per our arrangement. In light of that, I will have to relocate.
I take it to Aurario.
Probably somewhere not within a city, no. Mainly due to the
Nature of dragons?
Yes. In all reality, if I kept them up within the White Dragon Summit, he would potentially melt the entirety of its existence, and that's the last thing that the ecology of that place needs. Second off, it would probably be better for him well within somewhere of a lightly more mountainous region. I'd imagine not within the Bordean Canyons, however.
Perhaps closer to that of Dracovania, then.
Probably. However, it is to note that I don't think many of those individuals would find Benedictus to be a very pleasing creature at first. But, considering that I do happen to have some pull within the higher kingdom, it shouldn't be too much of a issue.
Well, that's good to hear.
In the meantime, it will take some work and doing in order to relocate, so I will inform you upon where our next location will be, but it will probably be closer towards Strakovania, hopefully within the mountain ranges, closer to Krog before we enter their domain.
I'm glad to have you around.
Well, that being noted, say goodbye to Benedictus for now, as she begins to return back out towards the front.
I'm unsure when we'll get to see each other again. Should not be too long.
Going where?
I don't quite know. A lot of important things to deal with in not too long time.
How far?
Not far enough that I can't come visit.
Promise?
Promise. And Canis will hug him.
Alright. As you hug him, you feel the small wings as they begin to kind of expand out and kind of wrap around you. And as you put him back down, he looks out towards Helena. And trying to say any words that he has listened to these past several days in his first moments of existence, you hear in what could be potentially broken common, return?
Helena looks confused, slightly startled. And she'll nod slowly.
And he equally tries and hugs with both of his wings around one leg before returning towards Madame Elise, where she opens a small door back to her original homestead to be moved to a new one relatively soon. To which the door closes.
It's not alarming at all.
The door closes. You guys are left with any destination you wish. All of you are now standing out towards your airship to figure out where you guys want to go.
Well, you'll make sure to pack up your things.
Oh, naturally.
Although before we depart, there is one thing I want to do.
Oh.
Canis. Is it possible to send a message back to Sterling? In case there are any more developments.
Of course.
Okay. And I'm just writing out my message now.
Alright. Do.
Well, where do we want to go?
Where do we need to go?
Alright, Garu has the message. This is Garu. We are heading back now. Has anything happened? Smiley face.
I love how you have to say smiley face.
Oh my god, it's you had to do it.
Sterling says that's a good greeting. It helps shows the mood you're in.
But you're talking.
I will deliver the message.
All right.
Be absolutely sure to add on the smiley face at the end, dear.
Absolutely.
You have to say it out loud.
Glaring at Helena. Yeah.
There's no way. How else is he going to get the message?
Daki looks at the text. Hey, that letter's smelling at me.
Exactly.
Wait, did Garu write out the message, or
No. He fucking he told Kanan.
just said the word smiley face?
Smiley face. Semicolon and
OWO.
Out.
I'm not saying that.
I'm killing them.
Get in line.
Oh God. To imagine before technology was ever existed, magical emojis.
I swear to God, Garu, boo. I swear to God, if Garu says Pogsham at some point, I'm killing him.
Fathers.
Fucking bet. I'll save
You
it.
fucking bet he will.
I'll do it out of spite.
So you send the message to Sterling. Are you sure you're adding the smiley face? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It has to be there.
Do it.
Yeah, Candace will send it with the smiley face, you dumb bastard.
Well, you have to
I
say
want to
smiley face.
hear it. I need to hear it.
He's just whispering it.
Candace, I didn't hear the smiley face.
The DM will not allow this unless the DM hears it.
Smiley face.
There we go.
Gritting his teeth at that.
Hey, Candace, are you jealous that the taxes can smile but you
The
can't?
collective of the gods are laughing.
Why are you still here?
Every form of the gods, as you can hear them off in the distance, laughing.
Are you winning, son?
Oh man, Dad finally talking to me.
Candace's father, how does this work?
All right.
What is this Awu?
As a response from Sterling, as far as I know, there isn't too many updates. As far as paperwork goes, nothing too intense. Laughing face.
You see? It does work.
Where you like this?
Wait. Type out the next message. I want to put. I have an idea.
Only Kane has heard
Okay.
it.
So I think you understand how this. It's not written messages. He has to say them.
It's you whisper it out, and the whisper goes off to someone.
Can you whisper smile hamster face?
I mean,
I don't know
technically
that
he
one.
can, but it does take spell slots.
What's a hamster?
Oh, a hamster. You don't know what a hamster is? They're like these cute little
Rodents.
rodent thing.
I don't know what kind of a face it makes.
Oh, why are you blind? I'm sorry. Keep forgetting that.
Everyone does.
I don't.
The equivalent of Toph.
Everyone does, especially the DM.
Especially.
Guys, what you
DM,
see is
the DM forgets a lot. So, after getting back from Sterling, nothing of major updates. It's just more of the normal.
Okay. I suppose we better be heading back to Auraria then.
Figuring out where to go.
yeah. I need to do some stuff in Auraria. I need to get my parents and get an item to communicate back home.
I don't really think about it. There is some stuff I want to look into, but that's all the more reason to go there.
Speaking of which, I will take some coin from my vault. It's for in case we need to make some deals to send. Well, I keep forgetting the word livestock back there, and to purchase this magical item. Just making sure I say it, so it's not like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All right, onward.
Okay, so you guys board the Blue Rose as per usual. Of course, having your personal pilot and navigator. You guys traverse through the skies.
What was his name again?
Don't start with me. You fucking start with me. I'll send you crashing to the ground.
It's your own fault. Like that dragon, fucklord.
Oh, good old fucklord.
Anyway, you all have disadvantage for the next 2 days.
Nice.
So,
Isn't it great, Bracky? We got everyone punished.
Nice.
Look, it's fine. I've been rolling great tonight, so it's fine.
It's fine.
so we're at risk.
Fine.
It's fine.
Double disadvantage for the night. Okay, so as you guys traverse through the skies of Al-Anon, seeing the wide open, lush greens, as you are seeing the several foot soldiers that have kind of spread themselves out and are still returning back in droves, of course. At this point in time, you guys begin to fly out towards Serario over the course of the next several days. Literally not too many problems. And finally, as you guys begin to land within the tower,
It's high noon.
Thank you.
I heard
actually really good timing.
yeah.
As we land in Arario, it's high
Noon. It is certainly high noon in Aurora.
And a bunch of foam tubes fly at us.
Matt throwing pool noodles at us. Like, turn off your phones!
Foam noodle, that's the word.
Pool noodles! They're pool noodles. Alright, so as you guys return within the city of Aurario, what do you guys want to do?
Oh my god, okay.
So many options.
So I kind of already took a lot of time, so I'm going to let everyone else go first.
Alright, that's fine.
I'm just gonna do a bit of research at the library.
Yeah,
Okay.
Canis is going to want to look up that fire giant that had access to the 2 books we probably will need to get.
Oh, hey, tag team, because that's what I was thinking.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I'll let you guys, since you guys are doing research, do an investigation check. Whoever wants to roll for advantage, that is up to you guys.
I assist Helena because she is way higher on that than me.
Alright. Let's see.
The
Advantage.
researcher.
Fucking rogue.
I'm getting so many 18s. Yeah, that was a natural 18, the highest on that one.
18.
Natural 18 plus. Yeah, it's a 30 again, so.
Okay. Oh, God. Fucking rogues. So, as you guys are... As you two are kind of traversing through the library of Ioun, of course not being allowed to touch any of the magic books for obvious reasons, as you guys begin to kind of look for anything about the fire giant, you are met with what looks like to be a very particular area of what is known as what could be any information of the current state of the multiverse. Galan does pop up as he is known as Galan the Rich Hoarder. This is a this is a creature of pure greed. As many of the stories, to anyone that wishes entrance into Galan's personal museum of collected legendary artifacts and items and jewels from all across the multiverse, as well as things that are just impossible to find, as he is he is basically a red dragon times a million. And he prides himself. He is gluttonous. He is large, and he is also very strong. He has opted to using all of the magical items that he has collected as a means to rule an entire section of the city of Brass under his thumb. Anyone who would dare to walk into any of his casinos and try and cheat their way through would find themselves immediately enslaved and thrown to the dogs for them to do his dirty work. Galan is, by any definition, a creature that is cruel and unbound and unfettered by any of the rules within the city of Brass. That's everything that you guys can find within any of the information about the fire plane, the city of Brass, and anything that revolves around it and its history, as well as some of the main well-known residents there.
It's a nasty piece of work.
So how are we supposed to wrest the book from him? I'm unsure if he'd be willing to bargain for something for it.
It's a theoretical possibility. We have come across a pretty respectable amount of items.
Any that we're willing to part with, however.
Well, we do have god leather right now. Can't imagine that that's an easy thing to come by.
I wouldn't exactly want to trick him, but we could do a book for a book and give him the written manuscript that Zahir made.
That too. That's not a bad idea. Wonder if that curse would work on him if we managed to get him to touch it.
Well, depending on how his personality seems, he may have a similar issue with picking up the Book of Exalted Deeds. I'm guessing they're just going to be like chit-chatting for hours about what they're doing.
Probably.
Yeah, we can move to someone else.
Alright. So, Garu, Daki, and River, what do you guys want to do while you're out
I
among
have an
the
idea
big
of what
city?
Gar can do, but we can save it in for last. If anyone has anything else to do.
Okay.
So-
Daki, what do you want to do?
So, do we have like a hotel, house, or a place of residence?
You guys do have what is known as the Metilius Estate, which is Canis's house.
Mhm.
And you do happen to have a place there, as long as you are well impartied with Canis.
All right. Actually, guys, I think I'm gonna head back to the estate. Head back to the estate now. I'll talk to you guys later. Dougie goes to the estate.
Okay.
Goes to the estate, goes into our rooms, lies on the bed, look at the ceiling, and just starts remembering her past stuff. The situation in her village, the tiefling. She remembers them all, and then she says, Why is this coming back to me now? And that's it.
Literally just vibing.
Alright. So, Garu, what are you doing?
Gar wants to check in on Sterling just to show that he's back and he's got someone to ask him.
Okay. As you return, you find your wonderful kobold, Sterling. As you see, he's ecstatic to see you, as far as you can feel from his aura.
There you are, Sterling. Don't worry, we're here for real this time.
That's good to know, Master Garo. As he's staring.
Has there really been nothing else other than? Has there really been nothing else other than like paperwork?
As far as I've been able to take care of, I mean, yes. Of course, every now and again, Isaac returns back with some means of wonderful treats, as well as Stevenson, who has merely just been trying to report back, at least with any of the kingdom and any information that he might have on the future of whatever potential war exists. But as right now, tensions are high, and not much else that we can do.
I see then. Well, I guess a thought has come to mind. We've just been so busy ever since we left, I never really had the chance to consider it, but has there been any word on the restoration project?
Now that it has come to mind, actually, yes. Not too many things have been able to pass through my mind, but I have tried to accumulate in some form or manner that there might be a means of being able to communicate with the rest of the Grimwalk family. Of course, there will be a great deal of tracking, as there's only one individual that I know personally that could possibly give you the information that you are looking for, as he does reside within the old country that you had lived in.
You mean in Yinmen?
Yes. I've tried to track down at least some of the several individuals within your bloodline, and one does happen to be a bit more prominent in their existence, or at least that they have resided there as a means of trying to avoid persecution. But the good news is that he's alive, and he does do some very light working within what is within the southern end of Yimnan. At least that's where he resides.
I see. Has there been more locations on anyone else nearby, though?
Not within mind, no. But, like I said, this one individual does seem to keep an open word, which is the reason why he's so prominent. If you probably ask him yourself, he might be able to help you in trying to find the rest of your family.
All right, then. He's just gonna walk a bit over by a window. Just like... like that one picture of Rolf just like looking out the window like... Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I might have a reason to go Yinmen faster than I thought. Sterling, if you can, give me as much information as possible. Any means of contacts, locations, anything you can possibly muster.
Which is definitely...
If you would be so kindly.
For you, Master Garo, anything. It may take a little bit of time, but hopefully I might be able to get that accumulated within the next couple of days.
Excellent. And if you don't mind, try to get back into contact with Dracovania. See if their channels have found anything of note. There has to be someone nearby.
Absolutely.
At least along the way. Thank you so much.
No problem, Master Garo. It is always a pleasure to be able to do something for you.
Certainly. And I'm thankful for you. Though that being said, would you like to go out for some lunch?
Oh, absolutely. He jumps down from the little chair of assisting with all the paperwork and kind of accumulated spider's path, and basically tried to piece everything all together, because this has just turned into a nightmare without somebody doing any of this. Poor Cadence. So, Garu and Sterling go out for lunch. Daki is thinking about your past, the memories that are coming forward from them, and lastly, Raki, River. What are you doing?
Well, first of all, since we are arriving, I think before going home, because I still went there, I might as well just pick the thing on the way there. I'm gonna go pass by our Arvelos.
Arvelo's arcane assets. Yes.
Yeah, Arvelos arcane assets.
Dominic Elmond Aldonahue.
Good old Dominic.
Yeah. So, as you find yourself with Arvelo's arcane assets, you see what is currently a non. I love it.
Many doors, yes, Garu boy.
As you are witnessing what is a very not frantic but very kind of busy making shit kind of version of Dominic, as he's kind of just piling things together and kind of just like enchanting this and then enchanting that and kind of turning in every which direction before he comes and sees you and is like, "Oh, hello. Sorry, don't mind me. It's been very busy since after the war. Anyway."
Hi, Dominic.
Hello, River. Friend. It's good to see you. Always. And
Good to see you too. Good to see that you're okay after all that.
oh, nothing that I couldn't have taken care of or handled, really. You seem to have come along. Any of your friends have taken interest or taken care of anything while you're all staying about within Aurora?
Well, you seem to have come here very quick. We didn't get the chance to say goodbye.
There were many things to take care of. In between trying to chase down the rest of the Yuan-Tis that I was tasked with taking care of, and then also having to distribute several different kinds of potions in order to make sure people stayed alive. And then, of course, well, there was a small fire. A small fire. A tiny fire. My back room is charred. Anyway.
Okay. As he's talking, can I try to take a peek as to what he's building or making, rather?
Sure. From what you can immediately see, there seems to be several different crystal balls that are now slightly glowing with arcane energy. Another item is what looks like to be this long staff that has this slight wooden curvature along with it. As well as what seems to be a certain helm, as it has almost this kind of like hawk-like design as it begins to pull back, and what looks like to be these big dark gems in the center of the eyes, and many other little baubles along the way, as well as what looks like to be potions galore being alchemized.
Are you sure you can keep up with all of this and not just overexert yourself?
I am properly exerting myself. I'm probably tired, but I'm properly exerting myself. This ain't nothing. I've enchanted entire weapons. I've sent things to different realms. I am very tired.
You sure you don't want to take some days off, buddy?
I do not have time to take up any days. I've been away from my shop for nearly a week.
Gotta get that cash out.
Gotta do the hustle.
Anyways, along all that, anything in particular that you might be looking for while you're here?
Well, yeah, there's something very particular, specific, if I may say. Remember how we got the communication rings?
Oh, yes.
I was hoping you got something like no distance limit, and even if it's just one-to-one person. Since I'm now a bit of in, charge, the low vandal and all, I need to keep in contact, but I also need to take care of other stuff.
I might have something. It's not going to be cheap, though. Somewhere along the 800 gold range.
I can do that.
Alright. Well, I do have something in stock. Very particular. Not out of the ordinary, but since it's infinite use, I do have what is known as sending stones. As he snaps his fingers, you see with what looks like to be a box coming from the upstairs area. As it comes down, you see, as he opens it, with what looks like these very smooth, bright stones with what looks like to be faces, as they are two halves, as they seem to be gleefully talking to each other.
This looks funny.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. For 800 gold pieces, it is known as sending stones. You talk into it, it will send any message you want, even if you're on a different plane of existence, to... You stop that!
Is a dog in the other side of the line? Are you making a dog now?
No, that's just chatter. Stop it!
No, it's just teleporting corgi.
You'll be able to talk through these stones no matter where you are, even if you're on a different plane of existence. Which is the reason why they're so expensive.
No wonder. That sounds perfect. If I can just give that back home in another trip, that will keep me in contact with everyone else.
Well,
is there no mail in this universe? I would think you could just send a package.
There is a mail.
No, that's true.
However, hello, Helena. If I may.
That was me.
For an extra fee, I will personally have it sent to the recipient of your choice.
How much are we talking?
About 100 gold pieces. It will be where you want it to be within the next couple of days, instead of spending unbelievable amounts of time.
Could you just, do this for little old me with a persuasion check?
Roll a persuasion.
For good old me, your friend River. 26?
26?
Yeah.
Word travels fast, I hope you understand. As I do understand, you have reacquired your title, and also reacquired your name.
Yep.
Consider this a gift. A celebratory gift, if you will.
Yay, a foundation gift. It's perfect for the restoration.
Precisely. So, if it helps, I will send it to this individual of your choosing recipients for free, but you still have to spend money on the stones.
Of course. I'll handle the 800 gold pieces.
All right. As he then, as you manage to finish all the buying for the stones, and then also he begins to fold over several different pieces of cloth. Want to see something really cool?
Sure. What you got in there?
As he holds his hands over this object, as it begins to slightly float, you see as he throws what is a tiny stone onto the countertop, as it opens into what is the vast void of the astral, and gone as it closes back. Be there in about a day.
Will they know what it is for, though?
Oh, I left a note.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So as you hold on to one stone, this other one gets sent through. You will have the ability to speak to Calroon, who is currently acting as the head of state, if you will, for Lobondel while you are away.
Perfect. Let's see.
Ta-da. It's having an attitude today. So,
Okay,
is there anything else that you want to do while you're here within?
While I'm here, I'm just gonna. I want to know if you got any new trinkets you would like to share with us.
Well, I do happen to have a few brand new potions that I've recently made. I'm also currently just finishing up on a brand new armor set, which I've commissioned for the pieces, of course. Not sure if that might be of any interest. I've also gotten what is a ring of dexterity, which that's about that's not 15. It's 1,200 gold pieces. And I also have what is a I also happen to have what looks like to be boots that I took from your house.
I'm sorry.
Well, funny story.
I cannot wait to laugh. I will remind you, I still have these contents on me.
Well, I was there. Well, I guess I didn't really take it from your house. I did take it from a person that was in your house.
Mm-hmm.
So, upon the battle, I had found an individual that had come across some very interesting boots that I took after killing them.
Uh-huh.
Now, they're
Go
really
on.
nice, and I don't want to give them up. And I considered it a reward for myself, but I am realizing if you do want them, they are up to you.
What are these boots?
As he begrudgingly presents a pair of winged boots.
Ooh.
I was a little angry that the person that had them was a cultist, so I decided to take them away from him.
Well, yeah, fuck them.
So, they're mine now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want them, they cannot be mine.
Understandable.
For a price.
Figure. I forgot. Does Helena have a flying method?
She does have a broom.
She has a
broom,
room,
yes.
yeah.
That's true. Daki doesn't.
At this point, it's only Daki that doesn't have a flying method, at least not immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, I really want you to keep them, but I'm thinking someone could use them. But that is going to be up to them and to our party. How much would that be?
Well, after a little bit of figuring out exactly its precise elements, a little bit more closer towards the 2,000 range.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll try my best. I personally, as much as I would love them, I am kind of full of my attunement slots, so can't really do much for that. But
Fair enough.
can be
Any
useful for
potions
the
in
rest of the
particular
party.
that I might be able to interest you in?
Ooh, just in case. Do you have any fire potion resistance?
Plenty. As you see him pull up somewhere close to about 20 of them.
How much for each?
Each potion of resistance is about 300? Yes.
I'll take 5.
All right, I'm giving you 5 potions of fire resistance.
Okay. There's 5.
All right. Anything else of particular?
Not at the moment, but I do appreciate it.
All right. Well then, it was good doing business with you as always.
And it was good to see you again. Hopefully that everything is fine. Any other thing that came from my house that I need to be aware of?
I mean, aside from the several eyeballs of Yuan Ti, I wouldn't question it.
You can keep those. If you can make anything out of those bastards, I'm more than happy to let you do.
I mean, they make poison resistance stuff.
Nice.
Yep. As well as a potion of, well, I won't go into that.
Ooh, actually, although I think Helena will be more interested in this, but, well, okay, Helena. What do you know about the name of the fire giant who I forgot?
Oh, how is it that I moved one of those, Galan?
You got a Galan, a fire giant.
Actually, would he know?
Would he know?
Would he know?
Would he?
I'm about to find out.
He only just started experimenting with plane hopping, so
Yeah, he probably... He's not too well versed in the creatures of the multiverse. He's more interested in the stuff of the multiverse.
Well, yeah, but I kind of figure a hoarder, maybe.
I was gonna say, a boy who hoards magic, I think that'd be right up his alley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal it.
He's probably a little interested in figuring out more about this creature that hoards magical items within the plane of fire, but unfortunately, as far as he's aware, no, not really.
No knowledge. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No worries. And now we are looking into this creature, so just wondering if you had any info on that.
So,
no worries.
I'm so sorry. I mean, considering that this is a more recent event, especially for me, I have no precise knowledge on individuals of each particular plane. I, once again, apologize.
I don't need to worry about that. But I believe that would be all of it. What about you? Do you need anything from us?
I mean, there might be something of particular that I might be looking for. I mean, wouldn't be beyond you to try and find it.
Give us something you might be looking for if we come across it, or is convenient in our way there.
Well,
more than happy to help you.
Well, if you will, and if there's a possibility that you might be able to find it, there is something known as the Dragon's Tear. It is a well-versed jewel that hoards a great deal of magic power, especially that of the dragons. I take personal enjoyment in wanting to be able to investigate such an object, and as far as I know, your friend Garu comes from the country in which it resides. If you happen to find at least any of the dragons of that country that exist, they're considered to be more peaceful and more passive than most others. But in light of that, if you manage to happen to either acquire a tear, or if you manage to happen to be allowed to be borrowed one, if you bring it back to me, I would love to do a little bit of research, and I will pay you gladly for it. At least, I would say if you can manage to acquire it and give it to me, I will pay 5,000 gold pieces. If you manage to allow me to borrow it for research, I will gladly pay you at least 3,000 gold pieces.
Very well. I'll keep that in mind.
Very well. Well then, that being noted, I hope you have a wonderful day.
You too. My companions may come across to buy something else event in the next couple of days, maybe. But just want to pass by myself.
Fair enough.
Good to help.
Well then.
And we're just going to make our way back home.
Alrighty. As you leave behind Arvel's arcane assets, you return back to the Metilius estate along with everyone else, as all of you begin to plan for the next leg of your guys' journey, finding family, finding your memories, finding a way to stop an unbelievable force that continues to threaten all of this plane of existence and beyond. That is where we're going to go ahead and leave tonight's game.
Hey.
And I turned my neck at the worst possible time. All right, so as always, we're going to go ahead and go through some announcements before we end up calling tonight, and then we will, see y'all next week. So, first and foremost, once again, I want to give a huge shout out to Joe, or Joe Cat, who had us on for his latest video. I know I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I'm going to say it at the end for those of you who did not make it to the beginning of the stream. So if you guys want to check out anything, do go check out Joe's video. It is absolutely fantastic. It is a lot of fun. We've been making a lot of jokes about it tonight, obviously. And then also subsequently, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the D6 channel, tomorrow I am uploading what is last week's video, because apparently my editor crashed and I couldn't render it in time to have it uploaded onto YouTube. So it will be uploaded tomorrow, and then on Saturday I will have this episode uploaded. However, another piece of D6 fun stuff is that I'm currently still working on the next cool or cute video. It will hopefully be out either this week or next week. I did say that last week, but I've been very busy with my neck being in pain. So I'm going to try and get it done at least this week. If I cannot get it done this week, it will be out next week along with next week's episode of D6 before we go on to break. And then, of course, to anyone that is also interested in the D&D cooking show, I'm currently working on the next recipe for that, and I cannot wait to show you guys. It involves drows. That's always something I've always been interested in, and is making something of this dish in its caliber. I'm only missing one ingredient, and so I'm gonna have to go ahead and buy that when I can. That noted, if you guys didn't see this last Friday's video, then by all means do go check out my personal channel. I talk about a manga that I have been hearing for years and years, and finally read the first volume. I hated it so much that I ended up buying the rest of the series, or at least a particular character.
How does that work?
You'll find out when you watch the video.
Hated it so much
be on the lookout for that video. I'll be on the lookout for that video now.
This manga was such a nightmare that I bought the rest of the series. So if you guys are interested in something like that, do go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It was really funny. As always, I try and put a comedic spin. This week, however, I am going to be looking at cursed memes. If I can sit upright. And yeah, so if that is something that you guys are interested in, then by all means. Also, last week, Avi took over my YouTube channel for a couple of hours. And if you guys are interested in seeing his dumb ass again, because he made fun of me the entire time, then by all means, go check him out at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where he's going to be playing Doom Eternal, because he's trying to find his way to his friend Lucifer. I'm not exactly sure how that makes any fucking sense, but that's up to you. Anyways, that's probably everything from me. Thank you guys. I will go ahead and let Boo talk, because he's probably got more announcements than usual.
I barely got anything to announce other than I was part of the fucking Please Stop Talking Game Awards stream, and the end of the video just came up. So if you want to see some dank opinions, go watch that and watch us get drunk. Otherwise, I got nothing else really going on. You can find me at Boo Riley pretty much everywhere on Twitch, Twitter, etc. And yeah, take it away, Brecky.
Hi, I'm Bracky, aka Brachyzoid. I play the River the Halfling Fighter. You can find me at twitch.tv/Brachyzoid, where I play games and draw art every now and then. More often than not, it's going to be Final Fantasy XIV, because I am stuck with that game for the rest of my life. As new content is coming out, if you play Final Fantasy XIV, tomorrow it's going to be a special stream, since it's going to be the Starlight event. I think Starlight Celebration is basically Christmas event starting on Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow. Well, we are going to try to get us some good old Christmas goodies. It's going to be fun. You can also find me at my work on Twitter at Brachyzoid. You can, if you have anything to share regarding the campaign, you can do so on Twitter by using the hashtag D6DR or by tagging us with our Twitter handles, which you can find underneath our characters. I believe that's all I have regarding announcements.
All right.
Well, technically a bad announcement, as I'm going to be, for now, canceling my Age of Calamity streams, because apparently Nintendo is banning people who stream Age of Calamity.
Oh, shit.
That's news to me.
Apparently that's the thing. So, not anymore for now.
I am still not going to play Smash because of, like, this is just another stone on top of the other.
Come on. I was thinking about streaming that game, too.
More wait.
Nintendo doesn't like their fan base.
Nah. Take it away, Caitlin.
She said BRB and Skipper.
Take it away, Kane. Sorry, Mal.
Oh, goody. I'm Sir Malorvic. You can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malorvic. And I stream occasionally, and normally it's games that just strike my fancy at the time. Currently, that's Hades. Because holy shit, that game's fantastic.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's a good game. It doesn't abuse its fan base.
Oh, yeah.
Or its workers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks, Supergiant Games.
Thank you, Supergiant Games, for proving a point. You can make good games without being unethical.
You can make good games without being a sweatshop.
Yeah. All right. Caitlin is back.
Hello? All right.
Yeah.
I assume it's my turn.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter, Caitlin C37, where I do art and a lot of it. Streams have been slow because work has drained any and all energy out of my life. But hopefully after the holidays, they should be back on a more regular schedule. But in the meantime, commissions are also closed right now, but they should be reopening back again soon. So if you want paintings, just hit me up. You can find all that information on my Twitter. And then when I get back to normal streaming, you can watch me do those commission on my Twitch. That's it for me.
All right, and last but not least, Die.
Yo, this is Die here, as aka Daiki. You can follow me on Daitomodachi6 on Twitter. As for streams, I'll be streaming more Genshin Impact. Saturday, I'm not sure. The streams on Saturday streams been kind of weird lately. I've been streaming more multiplayer streams lately, so I don't know what I'll be streaming on Saturdays, but I do know Friday for the Kakyoin Wife Connoisseur, the Android 18 episode is dropping, which is also a cursed episode.
Yay!
Yep, and
yay!
That's about it.
All right, so all right, I guess that's everything. Nothing else pressing?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, that being said, thank you everyone, as always, for joining us. I really cannot appreciate this week more than enough than I already have. So, as always, love each other very much. I love you all so very much. And as always, we'll see you next Sunday, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.